If you're a shut-in, maybe you watched the WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view extravaganza, which
should have been shut down.
which was on Peacock as well, which most of us watched it on, but you actually attempted.
No, I did. I attempted. You are correct. I attempted. I didn't get it done. I tried because
Through no fault of your own.
it's easier for me because I like my cable remote. I know where all the buttons are. And also I like the fast forward feature. That comes heavily into play with some of these shows. And so I just order the pay-per-view because what the fuck, right? Instead of going through all this streaming fancy Dan, modern technology bullshit. So I ordered it as I always do. And I set the DVR to record it as I always do. But to paraphrase Jerry Seinfeld, it's not the purchasing or the recording of the pay-per-view, but it's the fulfillment, the delivery of, the broadcasting of, and reception of the pay-per-view. I felt like I was working for Ring of Honor again because all I got was a fucking screen that we cannot process your order. Call customer service at BR549. And I found this out, obviously, the morning after. There's got to be a morning after. Remember when poor Chef almost married the succubus? But anyway, nevertheless. So I told you, I said, that's why your program is delayed. I'll take the heat here. I said, we got to delay the program this week because I've got to have time to fucking now go and, well, I figured this out. And also I went to sleep on the Most Wanted Treasures season finale, not because it was boring, we'll talk about that too, but because it was almost 8:30 and on a Sunday night, and I'd had a big breakfast for dinner. Stacey and I, we had bacon and eggs and sausage and things, and so I went to sleep. So I had a lot of stuff to catch up on yesterday. That's why we're late. But I did learn how to get to the cock and watch the cock and navigate around the cock.
I will say, I've been watching the events on Peacock since they first started. I thought this was the best one in terms of the ability to pause the event, to go back, to go forward. Thought it was really well done. I watched it live. What was it like for you? Again, you're not Mr. Technology. You were expected to watch it on your TV. What was it like for you watching it on Peacock?
Well, there's one glaring problem. The fast forward is not visual. It's not a speed search. You can see the counter, but all you see is the counter moving up. You don't see where you're going and what you're missing. Because I've found out that especially on modern WWE events, if you search or skip through the entrances, which are interminable, you can save half of your life. But then you're just having to guess. And now with the pay-per-views, as we so quaintly still call them, commercials, fucking dreck and filler in between matches. There's poor Jerry Lawler with DJs and various ancillary personnel talking about they're hosting the show that talks about the show that talks about the show they just did. So you need fast forward with a lot of these big events these days to get through the middle shit where they're trying to sell you on watching more shit that you don't want to see because the main show's not that good. So that's my problem. They need a visual speed search. For heaven's sake. Did you weren't going to bring that up? You weren't going to mention that?
Well, I watch Peacock. I stream it on one of my monitors at my desk, and then I shoot it to the TV. So whenever I want to...
you just shoot it to the TV.
It's very simple. It takes a second.
You just shoot it right over
It's so simple. Even you could do it. And...
Wait a minute. It's so simple. Even you
who dismisses any change in technology, any progress, even
some
you.
Simpleton like me, just some fucking pin-headed moron, some mope like me could do it.
See, I think the frustrating thing is knowing how clever you were with VHS and beta. I'm one of the people that believe that if you ever took a couple of days just to figure out some of these things, you would master it right away.
It made sense then. You know why? Because everything was labeled in or out, audio or video. If you could fucking master that, you had it made. But anyway, so you have some type of on-screen fast-forward search feature is what you're building up to say to me?
Right, because it's originating from my computer, although I'm watching it on my TV, if I move the mouse over the video, then it indicates the ability to pause it, or fast forward, or rewind, or I think it's 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds back. Once you hover over the video, and you're still watching it on your TV. The wonders of modern technology.
Why don't you just spend some more time hovering over that mouse? Let me know how that works out for you. So is this your show?
It once was. You got a problem with the mouse?
I'm not the one hovering over a poor mouse. Leave the mouse alone. The mouse.
You don't hover over the mouse. You use the mouse to hover the little indicator on the computer screen.
Oh,
over
now
something.
you're using the poor mouse. What did the mouse ever do to you? They just sit in the corner and eat cheese.
Well, besides
shit everywhere. They, you know. Here's the thing about mice. They're nice little pets, but they have no bowel control or bladder control. They just, as they move, they just randomly piss and shit.
So you're saying they're awful pets?
Well, no, but they're cute and loving and furry.
Oh, they just defecate everywhere. That makes them an awful pet. I'm sorry.
They just leave trails of feces and urine everywhere. But it's not that much because they're little small things.